Hi there, Scorpio. Give me a second. I'm trying to connect here to Instagram. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for coming in to watch your video here on Christmas night. So let's go ahead and do your tarot reading for the month of January 2026, shall we? So we are going to be using the black and white red and white tarot deck for tonight's reading. So I hope you guys enjoy the images and the messages just as much as I hope I will. Interesting. Scorpio card flew on my lap. Death card. Okay. So let's go ahead and see what the cards have to say for you. So, universe, what do we have for Scorpio for the month of January 2026? Scorpio. Universe, what do we have for Scorpio for the month of January 2026? Universe, what do we have for Scorpio for the month of January 2026? Universe, what do we have for Scorpio for the month of January 2026? All right, so let's go ahead and see. Ooh. It just seems like all you know is that you need to focus on yourself. All you know is that you need to focus on your career, expanding your career, doing better financially, career-wise, working on your reputation. But at the same time, there is some form of hesitancy. And it just seems like Scorpio, with the Knight of Wands in reverse, it just seems like there's a hesitancy of being able to foresee the future. We are feeling confused. We are having a hard time foreseeing the future. And in a way, it's kind of giving us a hard time with figuring out what we want, figuring out how to go about things. It's almost like you kind of just want to know, for a lot of you, what the end goal is for a lot of you, or where what the final destination is, so that you can figure out all the stuff in the middle. You can figure out all the stuff in the middle. That's almost the feeling that I'm getting. And because you don't have the answer that you want, there's fear. And that's what you're challenged with, dealing with this fear. And it seems like you were just thrown, Scorpio, it just seems like you were just thrown into kind of just like this pit of uncertainty, of like almost like a wild card, almost like, life's like a box of chocolates, and it seems like you were kind of just thrown in this place. But the thing is that the cool part, though, about all of this is that life became less boring. A lot of things in your career kind of just went up and up, especially for those of you who started focusing on business, career, especially if there's like a business that you created. Maybe you're starting to get attention on social media, right? Again, yes, Wheel of Fortune is right here. Yeah, and I just saw it just now. So it seems like even though you were kind of just thrown in this pit of uncertainty and not knowing what the future looks like or what the end goal is, even though there is that uncertainty and there's that fear, one thing is a lot, I can say for certain with that one thing for certain is that this especially for those who felt stuck in your business, in your career, who felt like kind of this sense of stagnation in that part, that's going to end in terms of career. The healing, we're going to come to a full 100% healing. But it seems like at the same time, there is this sense of uncertainty. I know this is a love reading. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. And speaking about love, I do see reunion with someone, but we will talk about that in a little bit. But I feel like the cards are talking to you about how there is this sense of uncertainty or not being able to foresee the future. And this all happened because either you got a divorce or there was a broken home or, but the thing is, one thing is for certain, especially for those who saw stagnation in their career, that's going to end. Another thing for certain, the healing is going to come to a full, it's going to come full circle. You will find a new family. I don't know why I needed to say that. You will find a new family, and I'm getting this kind of feeling of almost like family isn't always blood. And especially with this Eight of Swords, you felt stuck for a very long time. Maybe stuck in a marriage or stuck in a relationship. But the healing is going to come. If there was stagnation in your career, that's going to end. And I don't know why this feels almost like a year-long reading more than a January 2026 reading, but I digress. And what's known to be true is the Emperor. And I love to see this because, especially talking about this context of like getting your shit together, it just seems like the Emperor crowning the reading is almost like confirming for you, Scorpio, that you will get your shit together. You will reach your ultimate potential here. But there will be lessons, okay? It seems like there will be lessons. And speaking of reunion, I do see reunion, okay? And I do see even with friends. I see reunion with friends as well. People that you haven't spoken to, friends, maybe even friends that, if there was like some beef or there was like a misunderstanding, or maybe someone just spoke to you wrong or in a rude way, and you were like, I'm not going to talk to this person anymore because of the way or the manner that this person spoke to me. I'm seeing reunions with people like that, Scorpio. But it seems like, yeah, people around you are kind of even viewing you as someone who's stuck, and someone who isn't really going anywhere. But the thing is that your advice here is to continue to dream, because as long as you continue to dream, that is going to continue to help you with moving forward. And that's why the Wheel of Fortune is on your side. That's why the Wheel of Fortune is on your side. Because it's the more you continue to dream and invest time and energy into wanting to accomplish those dreams, this is telling me that it's going to get to a point where, like, when people try to those naysayers around you, or even your own personal thoughts, you're just going to sit there and be like, nope, I'm going to make these dreams happen. I am going to accomplish those dreams. I'm going to open that business, blah, blah, blah. But, this is a love reading. So let's go ahead and see about love readings. Okay, especially for those who, there was a friend with benefits or a relationship that kind of started off more on a casual front. I'm seeing a reunion regarding that, but I'm seeing that there is hope. There's hope in this situation. Yeah, someone who you possibly lost contact with. But what's your advice regarding this person? A Queen of Cups, interesting because you are a water sign Scorpio. So your advice is Queen of Cups. I'm scared to say this, but this is about following your heart. This is about following your intuition. Give me more advice regarding the Queen of Cups. Three of Pentacles. Yes, cooperation. If you see cooperation, then you put your part, okay? If you see someone who's not putting their part, don't put your part in that situation. But if you see someone who returns, someone who with whom that you lost connection with, um, and someone who is putting their part whenever they do return, follow your heart, follow your intuition, and the cards are saying that if you do cooperate, we do see something, we do see this relationship moving forward. But it seems like this reading really wanted to talk to you more about self-love regarding your career and your ultimate purpose in life. And I feel like the cards, what they were trying to say is that, whatever, maybe the reason why you're uncertain is because you're the person that wrote your life and you're writing it right now. So if you're writing it right now, who do you want to be? Who do you want to become? Write your story. Thank you so much, Scorpio, for watching this video. If you guys are interested in a private tarot reading with me, you are more than welcome to go to my website, mermaidoracle.com. Thank you so much for watching this video. Nevertheless, I am here to answer $5 tarot readings. And I did see that Max Taco Fillings here, he did submit a payment. Thank you so much, Taco, for submitting a payment. And whenever you're ready, go ahead and let me know what your question is. Nothing much. Made some lentil soup. So looking forward to making that or warming that up later and eating that later with some potato chips, some cheese over here because I just, for the life of me, I can't give up the cheese. But yes. How are you? How are you tonight? Happy Yule. Merry Yule. How are you tonight? Yeah, chocolate. I was actually surprised seeing that there were some grocery stores open. So I went and I did some grocery shopping. So I did that and ran a few errands, laundry, some jewelry making. So I'm gonna reopen my jewelry line very soon, guys. Stay tuned for that. Right? Were you able to order chocolate? Because I'm pretty sure in Colombia that would be a tough thing, especially on Christmas. Oh, sweet. Nice. Were you able to order the chocolate then? I was trying to get some chocolate myself when I went grocery shopping, but I couldn't find the one that I wanted. I like to get the Ghirardelli, the raspberry filled one, and I couldn't find it anywhere. I went all around the fucking grocery store and I couldn't find it. So I was just like, well, I didn't want any other chocolate. So I was like, whatever. Really make that was a sign that I shouldn't buy any chocolate. So I just got my groceries. That was really nice to call it tonight. I just don't like shopping. Personal Christmas things. I didn't do anything. Should I go to the apartment that this owner has stayed until January 3rd or someone else? Okay, so should you stay with this current owner until January 3rd or should you go with someone else? Let's see. Let's see. Alrighty, let's go ahead and see. Alrighty, so let's see. We have Ace of Cups, the Tower reversed, the Emperor, Three of Swords, 10 of Cups, and the Devil in reverse. So I would say, yeah, stay with this owner until January 3rd. Yes, I would say yes. So yes, I would answer that question. Yes, I would stay there until January 3rd. What is the next question? All right, so let's go ahead and see if they are actually delivering. Hi there, Jay Cardoso. Thank you so much for coming in. All right, so we have Seven of Wands, Ace of Swords in reverse, Four of Swords, Five of Swords. Okay, the Hierophant in the Seven of Swords. Yeah, I know definitely yes, they are delivering. Might take a little while. Okay. Next question to talk about. Yes, they are delivering. I said yes. You are more than welcome to order. They are delivering. Hi, Jay Cardoso. Yes, each question is $5. You're more than welcome to submit multiple questions. If you have more than one question, just like this chat over here. Either Raho 613, you're more than welcome to pay $5 for a question as well. Okay, I digress. I can focus. I'll answer all y'all's questions afterwards. And you answer this question right now. Go ahead and see what you see between separation and I for January. If you guys want to purchase a reading, go ahead and go down below. The music is louder than the noise. Good, let me know. And mind you, if you guys know somebody who is a DJ, I was thinking about inviting like a DJ to come and play live and just collaborate with me while I am pulling cards. What do you guys think about that? And if you guys know someone, tell them to hit me up on my website. Just a thought, if you guys knew someone. This music StreamYard is, how's the music now? Is it too much? Is it better? Should I lower it more? Okay, let's see. What do we have? What do you see between Sabrina and I for January? Let's see. I do see that you guys will do your best not to argue with each other. I just see you guys just doing your best to pick your battles, to not make a big deal out of little things. That's kind of what I'm seeing. But you're starting to feel like the relationship is almost like irreparable now, or at least in January, that you're going to start feeling that way, that the relationship is irreparable. And it seems like she does want to start confronting things with the Page of Swords. But the thing is that either you're going to take off and you're going to continue your travels, or I see you just doing some more road tripping or something. Um, or that's going to be an idea or something you're going to be thinking about in January. But I do see a lot of confusion for you. Confusion because you don't feel like this relationship is going anywhere, this marriage is going anywhere. I do think she is losing her confidence, if you want me to be honest. I do think she's starting to lose her confidence. I do think she is starting to feel, I don't think she's feeling very confident right now. And although she wants to confront things, I don't think she will in January. And you're not going to talk about it. I just feel like, or at least get to the full bottom of things. I just see you kind of just thinking to yourself about taking it either another vacation or another getaway in January. And I see both of you guys doing this thing of like trying to pick your battles and not argue with each other. I'm also seeing this thing where for you, you're kind of just feeling like this relationship is irreparable, where for her, she wants to get to the bottom of things, although I don't think she will. The thing is, I do think you're going to end up leaving. I do think you're going to end up leaving. You have as the outcome Ten of Swords in reverse with the Ace of Swords. I think you're going to end up leaving. You're going to heal from the situation, and so will she. I do think she will heal. Okay. No super chat. If you want to go ahead and send a payment for $5 tarot readings, you can go ahead and send it on my Cash App, $Mermaid Oracle 1, or you can send it either on my PayPal and on Request Tarot. The information is down below on the description. You want to just go ahead and click the link. It'll take you directly to those parts on either PayPal or Cash App. You can submit your donations right there if you want to go ahead and ask a question. And you're more than welcome to ask a general reading. Yes. Okay. And so, yeah, that is how you donate. So, yes, next question. All right, so let's go ahead and see. Would you be making the right move by only paying a portion of the January rent tomorrow? All right, so we have Page of Pentacles in reverse, Three of Wands, Two of Swords in reverse, Ace of Swords, Knight of Cups in reverse, Three of Swords in reverse, and we have in the bottom of the deck Death. And so we have, all right, so the cards are telling me right here, by paying a portion of the rent, I wouldn't do that. I would not do that. Is it better if you just pay it in full, the full rent of January? Yes, I would just go ahead and pay the full amount. Yes. And what is your next question, Taka? Well, what is your next question, Taco? What do you mean, what can I expect from Sabrina? Elaborate. What do you mean by what can I expect from Sabrina this week? What do you mean by what can I expect? I do think you're gonna try to be more romantic, to be nicer. I think you're gonna make it a point to be nicer. I do think she wants to be more open. I think she wants to open up, but there's just something that just like blocks her from doing that. And instead, she tells herself, maybe you should just focus on your career. Maybe you should just focus on, making money or, stuff like that. Um, but honestly, the cards are telling me here that I think you're going to start to realize that maybe the reason why you're holding on to this is not a good card to see. Maybe the reason why you're holding on to this is because it's familiar, because we don't want to start over, because we don't like the idea of getting back on the dating scene. But I feel like this week, you yourself, personally, you're going to start seeing life through a cynical lens, harsh, cynical lens. And it's going to start and I feel like that negativity, that cynicism is going to get you to a point where you personally, you're going to start being unfair. You're not going to play fair anymore. You're just going to become, you personally, you're going to become a nasty person. And I think she is going to be personally heartbroken by now. I think she is personally going to be moved by your change of behavior. And I do think she's going to want to open up. Maybe that's why I kept saying that for you guys. I see that she wants to open up. With the Queen of Wands, there's that hesitancy next week, this coming week, right? And she tells herself to just focus on herself, her career. You're gonna even notice that, almost like this evasion, right? But deep inside, she does want to talk. Something to think about. You have one more question, unless you want to go ahead and send another donation, Taco. What is your last question for me? Alrighty, Taco, thank you so much for coming to watch this video. Don't forget to like the live stream, everyone. And I hope to see you guys next time. See you guys later.